To begin with, Doug Jones is not only open to more gun control but is actually supportive of more gun control. On November 21, Breitbart News reported that Jones' support of gun control might not be readily apparent to potential voters because Jones stayed mum on where he stood, but he uttered enough bits and pieces about his positions that clear pro-gun control positions came into focus. For example, he told The Washington Post that expanding background checks to gun shows would be helpful. Jones did not point to even one incident where a mass public attacker acquired his guns at a gun show. Rather, he simply blew the dog whistle for leftists via the Democrats' age-old war on gun shows. Jones' willingness to expand background checks is simply an outgrowth of his overarching belief that the Second Amendment is limited. The Alabama Political Reporter quoted him saying, "We've got limitations on all constitutional amendments in one form or another." Again, this is same phraseology other leftists use when they seek to justify infringing on those rights of which it is written, "shall not be infringed." Gun control Sen. Chris Murphy DCT, for instance, said similar things when he told Rachel Maddow, "The Second Amendment is not an absolute right, not a God-given right. It has always had conditions upon it like the First Amendment has." But wait, there is more. Politica recently gave Jones the opportunity to convince voters that he did not want to take their guns, and Jones pivoted, focusing instead on another part of the question. The bottom line is that Jones is another pro-gun control Democrat who varnishes over his liberal positions by assuring everyone he is pro-hunting, although the Second Amendment is not about hunting. Rather, it is about defending our lives and liberty from a tyranny within or without our borders. And this is where Roy Moore comes in. On September 12 he told Breitbart News that national reciprocity for concealed carry should be passed immediately, and on September 25 he told an audience, "We've got to uphold the Second Amendment." He added, "You know, they say that guns are bad, that they kill people. Well, I know a lot about guns. I'm the one that used guns in combat. I know what guns do, but guns don't kill, people kill. You could say cars kill. Are we going to get rid of our cars? Are we going to get rid of our knives?" Moore lifted a concealed carry revolver in the air in two separate campaign events to show that he and his wife do more than just talk about carrying guns, they actually carry them. And the differences between Moore and Jones are even clearer when one considers that Moore opposes the very gun controls Jones supports. For example, on September 20, Breitbart News reported that Moore opposes an expansion of background checks for gun purchases. He views an expansion of background checks as a ruse by which the left can secure government-mandated firearm registration. It is clear that Moore understands the insidious nature of expanding background checks, be that expansion at gun shows or to all private sales. He sees that the end of such an expansion is gun registration. Moreover, Moore opposes an assault weapons ban and a high-capacity magazine ban, two bans that are being feverishly pushed by the Democrat Party to which Doug Jones belongs. So rating these two candidates is not so hard. Moore is absolutely pro-Second Amendment, which includes being for concealed carry and self-defense while opposing the various infringements on liberty being pushed by the Democrat Party. On the other hand, Jones is absolutely pro-gun control, which includes supporting an expansion of background checks and viewing the Second Amendment as limited, therefore open to government regulation. A victory for Moore means Republicans gain a strong pro-Second Amendment vote in the Senate. A victory for Jones means Sens. Chris Murphy DCT, Dianne Feinstein DCA, and Chuck Schumer DNY get another pro-gun control vote, which bolsters their push to restrict to the Second Amendment. A.W.R. Hawkins is the Second Amendment columnist for Breitbart News and host of Bullets with A.W.R. Hawkins, a Breitbart News podcast. He is also the political analyst for Armed American Radio. Follow him on Twitter at @orhawkins. Reach him directly at orhawkins@breitbart.com.